Hello and welcome to the myTRI 2030 Prosperity Update. My name is Eric Ralston. I'm one of the co-founders of Fuse, and I'm here to talk about prosperity, fueling the economy through entrepreneurial and business opportunity. I am the co-chair of the Prosperity Council. Here's my team, and I would encourage you to please reach out to myself or the rest of us to talk about our happenings here in Tri-Cities, trying to grow the economy and our people. So when I think about prosperity, I actually kind of think about the emblem of Tri-Cities at this point, the freshly built house. In order to make this fabulous home, we had to lay the foundation, which is start at the bottom, making real growth for real people across all income levels. Particularly now that we're coming out of the chaos of 2020, we have to realize that it can take so long for someone to emerge out of poverty that if we don't give them a concerted effort as a community, it's going to lower their chances, and it basically could mean we lose generations to it. Next would be building a staircase, growing opportunity for individuals and businesses to thrive. This is making the actual clear, easy steps of progression that one could enter Tri-Cities with a big idea and then take it off to the sky's the limit, even though they're here in a place that some folks don't think of as a big town. And finally, we would raise the roof, celebrate victories, and cultivate gratitude, even in the face of adversity. So the first part's easy. If someone comes here, if someone opens a business, if someone makes a big sale, it's very easy to say, great job. All right, make it happen again. Good job. Get out there, sport, Tiger. It's kind of like sports. But if you ever played a sport, those losses, okay, when you don't get victory, that's when you learn the most about yourself, your team, and how to play better next time. And that's what we need to be there to do. We need to be the loyal fan of the Tri-Cities, where even when someone falters, we are there to help them heal. So how are we going to do that? There's three pillars as to how we're going to do it, three kind of top priorities. First off would be research and development. Obviously our legacy, starting with the enrichment of plutonium here and continuing off to such projects as here, the LIGO Observatory. We have so much, science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM economy happening here in Tri-Cities that obviously want to grow that, focus on that. And we do earnestly believe that we could be the future of energy and agriculture, two other opportunity areas here in the myTRI 2030 vision. And we would like to reemphasize that, particularly making it so scholastic achievement is at the heart of people's careers and making it so there is a foundation for the economy that is building on what's already here. On top of that, or in addition to that, however you want to put it, would be the start and grow priority. So start and grow is where my heart lies, where the kind of Fuse's heart lies, dare I say, where individuals with good ideas could form teams, go after it, try to bring in investment, and try to go after, in particular, digital ideas. So I run a software company in addition to working on Fuse and working on myTRI. And that software company has customers from all around the world, not just here in Tri-Cities. And bringing in the outside dollar is actually very easy in the world where you deliver value through copper rather than trucks. Not that we don't need trucks too, but some of those are some great ideas that are running through Fuse, for instance. But I think also that entrepreneurial spirit, everything from maybe I'll start a business instead of I'll start my own business rather than going to find a job. That simple act is entrepreneurship. And we should encourage that because in major metro areas, that's where all the best restaurants come from. That's where all the best music, where music venues come from, performance arts venues. So we need to really emphasize start and grow down to the individual. And finally, attract and recruit. This is the initiative for people who are not yet here in Tri-Cities and need a little help getting here. Particularly coming out of 2020 here, it is really quite obvious that people need probably just everybody who's like, man, I need one more room in my home. If I had one more room in my home, how could I afford one more room in my home? I might have a place for you. So Attract and Recruit is basically bringing in individuals and businesses to relocate here in Tri-Cities. Now, keep in mind that they might actually be coming from a place that is not the big destination. And I'm going to really emphasize this Attract and Recruit one because this is the one that I believe everyone in Tri-Cities has a role to bring in people from the outside. So when I'm talking about attracting and recruiting people, you might think that it is basically trying to go up to people from Seattle and being like, hello, Seattle person. You know how the weather is like not nice? And you know how you could live in a place where the weather is like Nice. Well, yes, that and property values and all these things. But the number one, the two extra people that I want you to think about is, first off, anyone else in the world. So anyone connected through copper, anyone connected through fiber, from anywhere in the world, that person could be actually want to come to Tri-Cities because it is a friendly, inclusive place that does have 300 days of summer or 300 days of sunshine, and does have a lot of fun and a lot of family friendliness. Okay, but more importantly, I would actually want you to think about the fact that we're already actually in Seattle. So one of the emerging topics out of the 21st century here is this notion of porous boundaries between countries. Okay? The actual thing that matters is the connection between the cities in a place. And that is actually most relevant here because there's sort of one economy between Washington, Oregon, and Vancouver that forms everything from a vast number of television shows being shot in either Seattle or Vancouver, interchangeably, mostly homed out of Vancouver because of the lower costs, and then to the almost Silicon Valley rivaling software companies that came out of Seattle, but then branch out into places all around here, even down to Portland, even down to here in Tri-Cities, because Cascadia is actually one place. Okay? We are actually an equally valid destination now. If somebody gets a job in Seattle who's across the country, they really could go now like, well, I need to come in for one meeting a month. And the company will pay for me to come to that meeting. Did you know a plane ride from Pasco to Seattle is actually shorter than the commute it would be for me to get the same house at the same cost in the outskirts of Seattle? Where in the world could you drink world-class wine, okay? Ride around, get a lovely boat, ride around with some beautiful water on the beautiful Columbia, hike a beautiful hill looking out across a vast number of your neighbors, and then finally come home to a beautiful house that you can actually afford. I mean, if that doesn't get you excited about the very basics, the very foot in the door bit of prosperity, I don't know what will. So thank you, everyone. It's been fun telling you about the priorities and leanings of myself, if not my co-conspirators in the Prosperity Council. Thank you very much, and good luck. I will see you in the year 2030.